like, there was a story like, we went to army camp again, and Benito's ringing up the chairman saying, I don't want to stay here, I want to stay in a hotel. You know, but the boys were mucking together. You know what I mean? We don't want someone staying in a hotel and the rest in the army camp. It doesn't work. And then this Chris Hutchins, I actually ended up going on the transfer list when he came in. And Paul George tried to get me. He was at Sheffield Wednesday at the time, but they was quoting £1 million for me and that. So the move never happened. And this Chris Hutchins weren't involved. And the argument was we played Liverpool away. He's took me all the way there, not even put me in the squad. So after the game, I went up to see Emil, because Emil actually scored against us. Went to see him in the players' lounge, and they went without me. They left me in Liverpool. And I never had no cash on me whatsoever. And I had to ring it Emil. He'd come and give me some money to get a cab home. So I rang the manager the next day. I said, listen, you need to get me out here, because me and you are going to catch up if you don't. So he phased me out for like about 5-6 weeks, took me Russia, not played me, St. Petersburg, never played me. And I was like, need to get out of here. But then, because they're losing games now, brings me back in the team, wants to play me. And that was a reoccurring record when I was at Bradford. A lot of managers come in, I don't fancy him. But as soon as the shit hit the fan, they play me. And then he got sacked after about 10 games. And then a manager called Jim Jeffries fucking come in as well. Same thing, bringing all these boys from Scotland. And then he got sacked the next year. And then I stayed for another 4 years. And I left on my own terms. And obviously I love that club. I know one day I'll end up back there in a coaching capacity. Yeah, I love that club. It's my favourite club of all. And I ended up going Walsall after, which was probably my worst time in football.
Why do you dig that out as your worst time in football, Walsall? What stands out for you?
The manager was a prick. It's like, we had a good change room when I first got there. All the time I was there, actually. Like, first year I was there, I was Vinny Samways, Jimmy Walker, Darren Rack. Like, we was all good mates.
Jimmy Walker had a fantastic career.
Mate, top geezer as well. Good keeper, top geezer. We used to have a thing called the Tuesday Club. So we'd go out, have a few drinks, end up in the strippers, and then end up in the Indian until about 5 o'clock in the morning. But we have Wednesday off. We're all big men. We know what we're doing and that. And we ended up staying up that season. That's why he bought me in the first place. Then the next season, I was away with Jamaica the whole summer, so I never had a break. We was in America and Mexico for the whole summer. So when I come back, the manager's gone, listen, I'm going to give you a couple of weeks extra off because you haven't had a break and whatever. So now we've got Paul Merson there as well in the mix, right? So they lose a game, the manager's under pressure because Mercy's on big money against a non-league side. So he's rung me, he's gone, can you come and play? I'm fucked, I'm like, all right, you can't say to your manager no. I end up breaking my toe in this game. I knew I shouldn't have played and that. So I'm out for 6 weeks. Then I come back, he's not playing me. And all of a sudden, like, we've still got our Tuesday Club going. Then I hear that I'm getting the blame for leading everyone astray.
With the Tuesday Club?
Yeah, Paul Merson. I'm leading him astray. How? Vinny Samways, Jimmy Walker, Darren Rack. I'm leading everyone astray.
Did you take Paul Merson Coliseum, mate? That's what I want to know.
No, I never took him Coliseum. Indian, that's it. And he used to come to our hotel and chill out in our hotel with me and Vinny. Me and Vinny used to live in the hotel. They come to our hotel, but we're leading people astray. Yeah. So what happened now? I can't get in this team for love nor money. So I'll get myself a personal trainer. So if I'm called upon,
you're fit.
I'm fit. So that, me leading people astray, but I'm doing what I'm meant to do, you know what I mean? I'm always fit, I'm always ready. Then it come to a point where they have meetings, I'm not allowed in the meeting.
What, like a full team meeting? So that every player would be there?
Every player would be there, but I'm not allowed in the meeting. So I said, all right, cool. I can't get in Walsall team, but then I'll go to Jamaica. I can get in Jamaica team. Right, so I'll go to Jamaica. I'll step off the plane. I had a message from Paul Joel. Do you fancy coming on loan? They're in the same league, but Wigan were near the top at this time. I said, damn right, I'll come on loan. So I turned up on loan, sunglasses on and all that. He's gone, listen, you ain't going to play for a couple of weeks because I know you're not fit. All right, you'll be on the bench, but every day you just run me because he knows what I was like, yeah. So run me every day. Then I'm up to speed now. I'm getting involved now. I'm doing well. He wants to keep me. This prick now, because they're in a relegation battle, I said, nah, we need him back. Because I know what it was as well, because if I go there and do well, he looks like an idiot.
Well, why have you sold one of your better players to a club that's chasing promotion when we're in a dogfight?
Yeah, and so obviously I'm thinking, you bring me back now, you're going to play me. Played me one game, yeah. I scored against Forest. Never played me again. 6 weeks later, it's saying about he wants to pay me up to leave. And then tried to offer me something like 30 grand. My contract was worth about 3-4 times worth there. So I ain't walking away from that. So he says to my agent at the time, he's gone, listen, tell him that if he don't take that money, I'm going to make him train morning, noon and night. So I said to my agent, tell him I fucking love training. All right? All right? I love training. All right? Yeah. About half hour later, they give me the money what I needed to go.
I bet he's checked your record and thought, this geezer, he's done a lot of things and he's been very stubborn over the years.
Yeah, but he knew me. That's what pissed. He was assistant to Mark McGee when we was at Leicester. That's why he went out on the limb to sign me in the first place. And he just turned on me. I was like, and that's where the rumour started about I'm a gangster and whatever from there, and then it continued at Brentford because my mate was in the newspaper on a big case and whatever, got 35 years, and they just started spreading rumours about me.
Do you think once you get a name for something like that in such a small community, that is football, very similar to other sports that we've spoke about in the past, that it's hard to get rid of that moniker, if you like?
Yeah, it's hard to shed it, you know what I mean? And they use your past to kill you, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, I used to get up to what I'm doing, and my friends are my friends, and my friends will forever be my friends, you know? I'm not going to change that for no one, because money can't buy that. You know, you're loyal with people and they're loyal to you, and that money can't buy loyalty. You know, so I was never going to change that part of me. And if they want to kill me like that, well, so be it. I'll take that on the chin, and I'm still here now. You know what I mean? And they can't change. They can't take away my spirit.
What was it like at Brentford then? What was the mood like?
At first, when I got there, I was thinking like, yeah, the gaffer's having me and whatever. But then it just changed because he was more of a control freak sort of geezer. Like, if you weren't falling into line, he weren't having you. And it was me and my pal Andy Myers, we were strong characters, and he wouldn't play us. And then this is what the sort of person he is. When I got there, he said, listen, I'll give you £500 a week at the beginning, and then we're up your money, because we'll have to get a couple of players out. So I'm there for a month. Then another month he said, still ain't got them out. So I said, all right, cool. Then I ended up getting injured. And he's gone, we can only give you this 500 till the end of the season, near the end of the season. I was out injured for about 3-4 months. I said, all right, really, you're taking a liberty, £500, and I'm travelling from Croydon to Brentford every single day. £500 is not a lot of money. After tax, it's probably about £300. You know what I mean? Yeah, after travel is less. You know what I mean? So this is when I realised how much of a prick he was. Like, at the end of the season, I knew I weren't going to get a new contract or whatever, yeah. He sat me down and he's gone to me, how did you manage to survive on that money? I'm thinking, you gave it to me. You know what I mean? And you're asking me how I survived on it. Where you going with this? So I knew where he was going. Obviously, he was spreading rumours about I'm a gangster and I'm this or whatever. And then it come to light when he done a newspaper article. They asked him, who's the maddest footballer you've worked with, coached or played with? Jamie Lawrence, number one. Said, quiet and unassuming. You knew not to fuck around with it. He had a man bag before he was in fashion, and I have my suspicions what he carried in it.
Is that not a little bit slanderous to say about someone?
Of course it is. I could have went that way, but I rung him. And I said, what's this about? Oh, it's a bit of banter. I said, that's not banter. I said, at the end of the day, I work with disadvantaged kids, all right? And you're trying to kill my living, all right? If they read that, and I'm trying to tell them to go down a certain route, I ain't going to get the respect from them. And then, in the end, like, he's like, oh, I'm sorry about that, whatever. When I see him, I talk to him. There's many ways of skinning a cat, you know what I mean? And now I use my intelligence. As before, I'll quit to hold my hands up or get angry. Now I'll kill him with knowledge. You know?
You've had a remarkable career, not just inside football, a remarkable life. You've had a remarkable career, not just inside football, a remarkable life. But how did you handle the not being in the public eye so much, the coming away from that structured environment where everything is done for you, you've got a routine, you've got purpose? How did you handle that transition?
Structure was always important to me. Even when you're in jail, you've got structure. So when I never had it no more, I know I suffered a bit of depression, where I went out, started drinking far too much, trying to forget about the stuff, what's going wrong in my life and that at the time. And then what happens as well, like relationships get strained, like before, like you're not at home a lot. Yes. You know what I mean? Yes. And then you're at home all the time, and then you're arguing. You ain't got no money, and then the bills start piling up. You know, because you're not got a job no more, and the bills are still coming in. So, with me as well, like I nearly got back into what I used to do. I nearly got back into the road shit. I'm so grateful for one of my pals that sat me down and said to me, listen, you're better than that. He said, you need to go and sort your life out and go and get educated or do something positive with your life again, instead of coming sitting down in the prison right next to my cell. So that's what I've done. I went and got a personal training course, which was scary in itself. You're going in the classroom for the first time for 20 years. And you've got all these young pups who know everything. I was more frightened of that than going into prison. Right? And then after about a week, I said to the geezer who was doing the course, I said to him, I'm not sure about this course. I don't know if I can get through it. He said, listen, we'll get you through it. He said, all you have to do is do the theory stuff, because we know you can do the practical stuff. And in the end, after about a week or so, I pissed it. It was a 7-week course, pissed it, passed everything. And then I started my own little academy in South London, where boys who fell out of clubs and boys who were at the risk of offending, they would come to me in the daytime, and I'll help them with the football stuff and whatever, and then share my story with them about my life and try and keep them on the straight and narrow.
As much as this has been you helping them, how much has this helped you? How much has this helped you personally?
Massively. Give me purpose. You know what I mean? Life's about having purpose. Right? And now, 13 years on, a load of these boys, what I've helped, they've turned into good young men, right? Proper jobs.
We're not just talking in a football sense, we're talking in a life skill sense.
That's what I'm saying, like, a lot of them have got good jobs, right? And what was nice, like, I went to the Blacklist Awards this year, and I've come out hailing a taxi, and it turned out to be one of the boys what I used to coach.
Driving a black cab.
He was driving a black cab to pick me up. I tried to give him the money for. He's gone. I ain't taking no money off you. You know how much you've helped me in my lifetime. He's gone. That's my payback for you. Like, even when I used to come training, I never had enough money. You say, listen, come train. And that means more to me than anything that the people's lives I've touched since football. You know, without people touching my life as well, I wouldn't be here today.